Good afternoon, and welcome to today's celebration. In keeping with one of the oldest traditions in military service, the proud airmen of the United States Air Force pay special tribute to Senior Master Sergeant Jim DeVaughn on the occasion of his retirement from active duty service. The presiding official for today's ceremony is Chief Master Sergeant Retired Barbara Taylor. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the entrance of the official party.
Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by Master Sergeant Stacy Holliday, followed by the invocation delivered by Reverend Trip Hudgens, who was the officiant at Jim and Ann's wedding celebration.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Jim gave me instructions. Jim does not often give you a script, so I'm sticking to it. So just as you have what I have. Also, before the invocation proper, if you would like to take a minute or two or three to briefly outline our history going back to 1996. Jim, that's 30 years. You sure? Brief, okay. And this is brief. Touch upon the fact that this is a full circle moment. As already stated, I got to officiate their wedding, and I think everybody from the wedding party is here today. So we have Lars and Kevin and Rob, Trish, my wife, Allison and Jennifer, and we have a great cloud of witnesses. You said it so well. And it has grown a bit since that day in 2006. You know, I worked as a hospice chaplain, and I cannot tell you how wonderful a blessing it is to be able to celebrate these kinds of events. We are not promised them. So rejoice in growing old together. It is a precious gift. Thus endeth the sermon. Thank you. With apologies to King Solomon, let us pray. Pete Seeger and the birds, to every time there is a season, a purpose, a grace, and the possibility for deep and abiding joy. Merciful God, send your Spirit upon all of us, that we may find your grace and your love in this place. We ask a special blessing upon Jim, who is starting over. This is an ending that is a beginning. And I don't know if he knows what he's going to do, Lord. But bless him, because it's going to be fun, whatever it is. Keep us all in your grace. Protect us. Lord God Almighty, you have made all the peoples of the earth for your glory, to serve you in freedom and in peace. Give to the people of our country a zeal for justice and the strength of forbearance, that we may use our liberty in accordance with your gracious will. Kindle, we pray, in every heart the true love of peace, and guide with your wisdom those who take counsel for the nations of the earth, that in tranquility your dominion may increase until the earth is filled with the knowledge of your love. Through Jesus Christ our Lord, who lives and reigns with you in the unity of the Holy Spirit, one God, now and forever. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Hudgens and Master Sergeant Holliday. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Once again, good afternoon. I'm Master Sergeant Katie Edelman.
And I'm Senior Master Sergeant Jay Heltzer. We are your co-MCs for today's ceremony.
Oh, Jay, actually, I'm the primary MC. You're the assistant.
But I outrank you.
Not today. I mean, not according to Jim. Isn't that right, Jim?
Okay, I think, ladies and gentlemen, I think Jim was distracted by something shiny when he was doling out the roles. So, we'll figure something out.
Yeah, let's figure out the titles later. But
we'll
for
discuss.
now, we would both like to welcome you all to historic Hangar 2, the home of the United States Air Force Band. Each of you in attendance holds a special connection to our honoree, and we're grateful you've made the time for this auspicious occasion.
Before we continue, we're pleased to have some distinguished guests joining us today. Please welcome the commander of the 11th Operations Group here at Joint Base Anacostia Bowling, Colonel Kelly Moon. And she is joined today by her wingman, the senior enlisted leader of the 11th Operations Group, Chief Master Sergeant Kat Wilson.
Also joining Sergeant DeVaughn today is his wonderful and supportive family and primary names on his emergency contact sheet. His wife, Anne, their children, Abby and Ellie, as well as high school friends, college buddies, extended family members, and many current and former members of the Air Force Band who are proud to call him a colleague and a friend.
We also have one more distinguished guest that definitely needs to be introduced. This is Terrence. Terrence is one of Sergeant DeVaughn's famed and beloved mascots that has graced the soundboard that he has been in charge of, I don't know, probably since what, the Bush administration?
Yes.
Isn't that right, Terrence? Isn't that right, Terrence? Yes, it is right. Yes,
Okay, all right. I think Jay has also gotten distracted by some shiny things. Colonel, Chief, colleagues, friends, and family, thank you all so much for taking the time to be here to celebrate our beloved and talented colleague, audio video wizard, Senior Master Sergeant Jim DeVaughn. And he is quite the wizard. For example, Jay, do you know how to utilize delta T average RTA traces, insert FIR filters into multiple AVB streams to yield a combined room plus free field response of plus or minus 2.5 dBs from 30 to 16K in the PA system? Exactly. In fact, I got that jargon from Jim, and only he knows what it means, because he's a wizard. We're here to celebrate the unique skills and talents that reflect Senior Master Sergeant Jim DeVaugh's distinguished military career.
What can I say, ladies and gentlemen? Our primary host.
Today we celebrate the distinguished career of Senior Master Sergeant Jim DeVaughn on the occasion of his retirement from the United States Air Force after 24 years of outstanding service. And when we say 24 years, we mean he worked every last second of that time. Did you know he was on the job last night, mixing the sound for the concert band and singing sergeants? During his 24 years, Jim has made an indelible impression on the members of the Air Force Band. He is a man with a big heart. He produces impeccable work. He has a love of shiny things, a propensity for workplace accidents, and no matter how many times he's missed a deadline, He puts us at ease with that smooth radio voice over the microphone in a recorder studio, informing us we need to do yet one more take.
Thanks, Jim. At this time, it's our pleasure to introduce the host for today's ceremony, Chief Master Sergeant Retired, Barbara Taylor.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. Oh gosh, Jim, I've already messed it up. Come and fix it.
Can I help you with that? Hey, is this a plant? Hey, what happened? Here, move to your stand. We'll place the mic.
Thank you so much. That's perfect.
Awesome. Let's just tighten it down. Good. Good. There you go. Okay.
Colonel Moon, Chief Wilson, Colonel Schofield, Chief Sweetie, Lieutenant Colonel Plosh, sir, great to see you. Thanks for being here today, everybody, as we honor Senior Master Sergeant Jim DeVaughn on the occasion of his retirement. To all Jim's family and friends and colleagues, welcome to the Air Force Band building. To Jim's wife, Ann, and daughters, Abby and Ellie, thank you. Thank you for standing by your husband and dad for the last 24 plus years. I'm sure you've heard how military members can't serve and do their very best without family and friends to support them, and that's very true. We're perfectly aware that he missed anniversaries, birthdays, holidays, and other special life and school events, but he did so to honor his service commitment and make a huge difference here at the band. We can't repay you for the time he was away, but we sincerely thank you for supporting him. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes my official comments. Excuse me just a moment. Oh my God. Okay. I'm trying to get it up here. Hey, Jim, come help me. I don't want to get it just right so they can read it.
Stage manager? I only do audio.
Just a minute. I got some gaff tape. Hold on. Hold on.
Good. A little to the left, to the right. You good?
I think that's good.
All right. You get you?
I'm great. Thanks, man.
Awesome.
All right.
Fantastic. You're going to tell them what that is, right?
As a speech appetizer, I wanted to share a couple things you may not know about Jim and my time in the studio together. The theme for all our work and shenanigans in the studio was born from this shirt. Either you rock or you suck. It was prominently displayed in all our sessions, and I have cherished this for a very, very long time. 2, the swear jar. Actually, it was a large plastic double bubble gum container. I charged the guys at least a quarter every time they use a curse word in the studio. Their flowery meltdowns were often impressive and very lucrative. I want to again thank you and all the guys for helping me make my first Mini Cooper payment with the proceeds. Trader Joe's. Wasabi almonds, Thai lime and chili almonds, cinnamon, dry roasted, sesame honey almonds. Tons of them, along with M&Ms, were consumed in the studio. I should have bought stock in Trader Joe's before Trader Joe's was cool. What's said in the studio stays in the studio. It was a code that was strictly adhered to, being able to express our frustrations and blow off steam was critical in making our very best products and dealing with session stress. I believe that code was of the greatest help during the He Who Shall Remain Nameless Omaha, Nebraska recording session when we were recording opera selections with the singers. Raise your hand if you were there. Fantastic. You know what I mean. All right, it's been a hot minute since I've had to be creative or make any meaningful decisions greater than deciding which 75 to 80-year-old lady I should play canasta or rummy cube with. So for the rest of my comments, I decided to fall back on my tried and true acrostic skills to talk about you. Instead of using the letters in your name, which would take too long, I thought I would just use the words rock or suck. So here we go. Rock, R-O-C-K, respected, organic, creative, and knowledgeable. And suck, I like saying that, steadfast, uncompromising, celebrated, and kinetic. We start with respected. I personally have never heard anyone speak ill of Jim DeVaughn. He's highly respected, of high moral character, personable, caring, and just a really, really great guy. When working in a stressful, no-fill environment, that makes a huge difference. Organic. Being an organic person generally refers to someone who's authentic, genuine, and acts with natural, unforced intuition rather than artificiality. They live in harmony with their environment, focusing on real connections, and they're true to themselves. That's Jim DeVaughn. It's here at Organic that Lauren wanted me to remind you of Happy Pills. This is from Lauren, anyone who worked in the studio for any length of time with Jim, Charles, and I would likely encounter a large bag of M&Ms. We called them Happy Pills, maybe even as big as a 3-pound bag, if I remember. About a year after I retired, Jim commented on a Facebook post of me at the front of house with a bag of Happy Pills at the console. His comment on the post, "The bag says it all." He then zoomed in on the bag and posted the zoomed in photo with, "That's a good mix." 3 things stand out to me about that post. First, Jim by far is one of the finest artistic engineers, hands down. He can find the smallest detail in any project, and so many were better for it. Just like he found that little text, he was always looking to make each little detail stand out, whether it be an artistic flourish or ensuring that the tuning was correct. Second, he knew when I would beat myself up or stress out about something and was the first to encourage me or say something to take the stress away. And finally, he didn't let the small stuff get in the way of trying to take care of our family and tech support. I know I'm a better engineer because I was so very blessed to work with Jim for the better part of my career. His passion, artistry, technical prowess, and compassion are all things that have left a huge impact on me and certainly the band. Creative. Jim, here's a message from Pete Folliard. Jim DeVaughn is retiring? I don't know if there's a sweeter soul. Here's what I remember about being in the studio with Jim. He had supersonic hearing. He was an outstanding vocal producer. We made some recorded live Christmas concert music sound like it was recorded in a studio. Let me rephrase. Jim made it sound like it was recorded in a studio. I learned everything technical from watching him and Lauren and Charles. They were such a great team. Jim was so differential to all of us in the humblest of ways, and it was his quiet followership that was so kind. It made it a pleasure to work with him every single day. Just thinking about that time brings great warmth to my soul. Please pass on my sincerest congratulations to Jim. I hope he feels like he's contributed so much to this chapter of his life and to the people he met along the way. Knowledgeable, R-O-C-K, knowledgeable. Chief Hoffman wanted to say this about you. Jim is a one-man technical support shop for the band. You need lights for a video? Check. Need slides on the screen for commander's call? Check. Need to make 47 seamless edits to a 2-minute band work? Check. He will never be replaced, and it will take 3 people to even come close. Suck, steadfast. Jim, believe it or not, Chief Jeb Eaton, wanted me to share this message with you. Jim DeVaughn is one of those people that comes into your life and makes it better. He truly has a wonderful soul. His kind and considerate manner influences everyone he has contact with. Jim is dedicated to his family and his craft, whether he's being an attentive dad at the end of a long day or staying up 24 hours in a row to edit and mix a flash mob video. Jim exudes an impressive work ethic that few possess. I miss his joy, passion, and talent. His retirement leaves a considerable vacancy to fill. Jim has his fingerprints all over the finest audio and video products to be produced by the Air Force Band. Jim, it was a pleasure serving with you. Thank you for tolerating me. Jeb. Uncompromising. Jim is uncompromising in his work ethic, colleague support, integrity, leadership, and principles. In his very first EPR, the 11th Wing Commander said, "The mission would fail in a heartbeat without your support." Senior Master Sergeant Chris Matton said that Jim was rock solid, dependable, dedicated, and a self-starter. And in your third EPR, which I wrote, I said he was taking on greater responsibility very early in his career. This unflappable, unstoppable NCO is destined for Master Sergeant. You did a little better than that. A couple of shout outs to some other your chief bosses. Chief Carol Wiley said remarkable talent, fastidious attention to detail, well organized, cares for his troops and products, promote now. And Chief Ann Highnote said his dedication to unit mission management, expertise, and stalwart leadership sets the example for both peers and superiors. We're all grateful that, Jim, that you are uncompromising. Celebrated. In 2013, Jim was celebrated by personally being awarded a National Academy of TV Arts and Sciences Emmy for mixing the audio for a highly successful Veterans Day broadcast. In 2014, he mixed the audio for a Veterans Tribute and received his second National Academy of TV Arts and Sciences Emmy, which was broadcast to over 55 million people worldwide. Jim, Lauren has something to say about this too. The Emmys were awarded for excellence in mixing for the Veterans Day shows. I think for both of us it was an honor because we worked really hard on a project that highlighted a very special group of people. Lauren had it on good authority that you were upset when Maryland Public Television awarded you the first Emmy, but that he wasn't part of the team award. He had helped, but a technicality precluded him from being part of the award. I also hear that when you both won the second year, you were so elated to be able to share that experience with Lauren. That's cool, man. All right, pause. Come over here and get these and stand over there so everybody can see. Yeah, pick them up, man, like on TV.
Like on TV?
Yeah.
So they only happen like one at a time on TV. The ones on TV are like this tall. These are like this tall. These are like...
Beggars can't be choosers, Jim.
All right.
Get on over there.
Mama is making me do this.
Get your cameras out, everybody. Everybody take a picture. Smile, Jim. Come on now. Yeah. Outstanding. Good job, Jim.
All right. That'll be on display at the front entrance for the next year. No,
All right. And finally, Jim, we are at letter K. Kinetic. A kinetic person is highly active, energetic, and frequently in motion, often characterized by a lively, dynamic personality, intense physical or mental energy, and a magnetic or constantly moving presence. Because I know the few old-timers who are left in this building would be disappointed if I didn't say this. Did you all know that Jim DeVaughn originated the role of Buster Phillips in the Chief of Staff Broadway-style musical Born of a Dream? All of the Born of a Dream cast, please stand. Come on now. Come on. There's a few of you left. Come on. Yeah, man. Outstanding. All right. It was performed for the Air Force 50th anniversary, both here in D.C. and in L.A. No one in greasy work overalls has played broom air guitar or swept an airplane hangar floor in tempo better than Buster DeVaughn. Chief Hoffman also said this, that Jim is always willing to take a moment, take a breath, and take it all in. Jim genuinely loves what we bring to audiences, the art we make, and the creative muscles we're allowed to flex while doing the work. I loved reading that. I hope you're taking all of this in today. Well, good sir. Well done, good and faithful servant. You've done exceptional work here for the United States Air Force. I hope you'll take a moment to understand the impact you've made here and how grateful we all are to be your colleagues, family, and friends. I pray that whatever you, Ann, and the girls do in this next life chapter will bring you joy, happiness, laughter, and peace. Thanks for letting me be part of your beautiful day. Now let's get you retired.
Please stand as Chief Taylor retires Senior Master Sergeant DeVaughn. Attention to orders. Department of the Air Force, Washington, District of Columbia, Special Order Number AC 006725, effective 31 May 2026. Senior Master Sergeant James Raymond DeVaughn is relieved from active duty, organization, and station of assignment, retired effective 1 June 2026 in the grade of Senior Master Sergeant. Active service for retirement, 24 years, 7 months, 20 days. Proceed to home of selection. Please be seated.
Can you believe that the amazing air guitar player from the Chief of Staff directed Broadway-style musical Born of a Dream is retiring?
Okay, not now, Jay. We are pleased to present several certificates to honor Senior Master Sergeant DeVaughn's retirement. First, the Presidential Certificate of Retirement. It reads, I extend to you my personal thanks and the sincere appreciation of our grateful nation for your contribution of honorable service to our country. You have helped maintain the security of the nation during a critical time in its history, with a devotion to duty and a spirit of sacrifice in keeping with the proud traditions of the military service. I trust that in the coming years you will maintain an active interest in the armed forces and the purpose for which you served. Those who follow in your footsteps will draw inspiration from your commitment, dedication, and sacrifices made to ensure the protection of our American freedoms. My best wishes to you for happiness and success in the future. Signed, Donald J. Trump, Commander-in-Chief.
Next, we have a certificate of appreciation from the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. Who is right? And it reads, the achievements and contributions you have made throughout your career embody our core values of integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. Your retirement is well-deserved, but your selfless contributions will be sorely missed. On behalf of airmen, families, and the many lives you have touched over the years, thank you for your faithful and devoted service. As this chapter closes and a new one begins, I wish you the very best and pray the years ahead are filled with love, laughter, and your continued success. Signed, David R. Wolf, Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. At this time, we'd like to invite Jim's wife, Mrs. Ann DeVaughn, up for a special presentation, also from the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force.
A certificate of appreciation from the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force reads, I join your spouse, family, and friends in thanking you for the numerous contributions and sacrifices you have made in support of our United States Air Force. Your dedication has strengthened and given purpose to your spouse's service and fundamentally contributed to the defense of our nation. Signed, David R. Wolf, Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. Now we'd like to turn our attention to Jim's children, Abby and Ellie, for a special presentation in their honor. At this time, we invite them forward to be recognized for their support and sacrifice throughout Jim's career. A certificate of appreciation from the Commander of the United States Air Force Band. It reads, Abby and Ellie, for your dedication, commitment, and numerous sacrifices that allowed your father to serve faithfully in support of our nation's defense. On behalf of the entire Air Force and the people of this nation, thank you for providing strength and purpose to your father's service. In grateful appreciation on behalf of the United States Air Force. Signed, Colonel Donald E. Schofield II, Commander, the United States Air Force Band. Thank you, Chief Taylor and DeVaughn family. You may be seated.
You know, all of us in the band are very aware of Jim's dedication to all the tenets that we support, including, of course, our application of soft power. For example, I mean, Katie, do you think this would be a good time to talk about the time that Jim accidentally stabbed himself in the chest while he was shredding up styrofoam in boxes? I mean, it was amazing. He just kept hacking away at it, and this big red stain was forming on his coyote brown T-shirt. I mean, wow, such task dedication.
It's funny that you should mention it, because the tradition of the Air Force retirement pin is a special one, passed down from member to member. The catch is it must be presented by someone who has already earned the proud status of retired from the armed forces. To present Sergeant DeVaughn with his retirement pin, please welcome Ann's uncle, Benny Banton, Chief Petty Officer retired from the Naval Reserves, to bestow Jim with the Armed Forces retirement pin.
We'd now like to invite up to the podium Chief Master Sergeant Dennis Hoffman and various other members of his team to make a presentation on behalf of the band's production department.
This is what Jim has taught me. Right there, right, Jim? Yeah, right there. Even closer, like right there. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Chief Taylor. Where'd she go? Oh, that was amazing. Thank you so much for being here for Jim and for this whole team. Thank you for your leadership of this team. I feel very blessed to have been part of this team, the production/tech team for the past 7 years or so, and before that I was in the library and playing drums for a long time, and Jim was mixing a lot of those gigs, and we've kind of grown up together in this organization, and we will miss you dearly. And I don't know how we're gonna like function without you in the office, because seriously, there's like files that we don't know where they are in your Google Drive, like audio from like the 80s and 90s that we don't. So if you could just like let us know where that stuff is before you leave, that'd be great. Yeah, there's also like a desk back in tech support that needs a little bit of TL. Jim Wolf is sorry to see Jim DeVaughn go. I know that because his desk will now take over as the most clustered. But that is the sign of an active mind, correct? That's what we say? Kinetic. Yeah, so again, it's been a pleasure to work with you. Alongside of you, you have been one of the leaders in our shop for a very long time. And it may not be in the ways that the Air Force necessarily always recognizes. Like you may, be late on some paperwork, or you may be, doing some other things, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We're talking about your attitude and your kindness and all the things that you do inherently every day for this entire organization, where, that sort of Jim DeVaughn, he saw something shiny and got distracted. Well, that is a good thing most days, because when someone pops in that office and needs something, he drops everything and takes care of what that person needs. I think probably everybody in this room that's in the band has a story like that. So thank you for all of that. One of the jobs that you've done consistently that I've actually been pushing you to give away for many, many years. I think you know what I'm talking about right now. Well, that too. That's the second one. No, I was actually going to talk about the parking permits for DAR. So for those of you who don't know, we have typically done our holiday shows at DAR for like the past 4 decades. And every year we ask the Office of Cable, Television, Film, whatever, of DC to block off C&D streets. And it takes some emails and it takes a trip to the permitting office. And then the night before we show up, someone has to go and put a bunch of signs on both of those streets. And for about 20 years, Jim did that without fail. And then when I got in the shop, our boss, Chief Eaton, said, "Hey, Dennis, go take care of that." I did it 1 year and I'm never doing this again. And then Jim went back and did it again. So I'm glad. Well, for 2 reasons he won't have to do it. One is the obvious, he's retiring, but we've since then just decided to move the holiday show somewhere else. So thank you for doing that consistently. Thank you for all the band members and tech support who have benefited from having a parking spot every year we go. We appreciate that. And that is our first small gift to you. It even has his name still on it, the United States Air Force Band, James DeVaughn. It is not framed yet because we have a few members. We have an audio engineer who's deployed. We have some folks coming back. We have, members of the staff who we still want to get signed, and then we'll frame this for you and get it to you. So thank you, Jim. And now I would like to present some more real gifts. Senior Master Sergeant Emily Wellington.
I'm going to just add a little bit, or if it's too much, then I'll get emotional. But you're a part of a very small group of humans that have had the privilege, yet the burden, of listening to the musicians in this organization in a very intimate way across the microphones. And I think that group of people hears us as we sometimes don't even hear ourselves. And for better or for worse, I know that they spend long hours and there's lots of frustration and hard work, and most of that we don't see. But there's only one person in that group of people that has ever, as I've heard, been referred to as having golden ears, or the golden ear. So what we have for you today is a little trophy for you to put with your Emmys. Golden ear trophy.
I actually set this up.
There you go.
We have a photo with this right here.
Yeah,
You come over here.
yeah.
His name is, it's the Covenant. Yeah, this is you. All right, we're good? Oh my gosh. Thank you.
Master Sergeant Wolf, I'm one of 6 audio engineers right now. Well, now 5. Is that right? Am I doing the numbers right? 6, 5. It's not very many of us. But yeah, Jim's going to be missed a lot. And yeah, Jim taught me a lot. Taught all of us a lot because he and Chief Taylor spent all that time in the studio, and we benefited from all that time. And yeah, we wouldn't be here without him. But we know he has the golden ear, and we know that we don't sell records, right? So we don't make any money out. We make these records. We don't make any money. We don't get put up to get albums to put on our wall. But Jim, to go with your Emmys, you're gonna have an album for your wall now. This is your platinum record. This is a platinum album. It just says his name and Air Force Band and time in service, and we estimated 400 plus recordings. I'm sure it's much more. I'm positive. They're in those files somewhere. 3 Emmys, and just some comments shaping the sound of a generation, because literally a generation of people. I'm sure before, when I was younger, coming up in school, I was listening to albums Jim made. Being a drummer and percussionist, learning orchestral and band music, guarantee it. And the last one is the soundtrack of service, and he's put everything into serving his country. Thank you.
If anybody else from the production team would be willing to come up and get in the photo, we'd appreciate it. Thanks. Matt Newdell, I'm talking to you. Brooke, if you're in the room, anybody else? Frank Busso, if you're here. Anybody else who's on the production team, please. We're going to take a second. We want to get this photo. So, Bobby, get up here. You're part of the team. Tad's coming up.
Was my greatest fear that somebody was going to move the microphone. Okay. Next, we welcome to the podium Chief Master Sergeant Stacy Ashion. Thanks, Jim. Flight Chief of the Singing Sergeants, and Master Sergeant Ashley Keeks to make a presentation.
Good afternoon. Well, this is clearly a very bittersweet day. Mostly bitter for us. Maybe a little sweet for you, but there we go. Cake. Sweets are in the next room, I'm being told. Jim has worked very closely with the Singing Sergeants over a number of years. Most of you know. And I was thinking about what makes Jim such an extraordinary person. And there are too many qualities to list, of course, but I think from a performer perspective, the 3 things that stood out most to me, number 1, his exemplary skills, which you've already heard about. Most of you have already experienced firsthand. He has the golden ear, and we have benefited so gratefully from those skills. Number 2, his dedication. Fiercely dedicated individual. I don't know that I could come up with a harder working person. As you heard, he was mixing our show last night. So working up right up until the very end. And then 3, and this one's really critical, I think, especially from a performer perspective, which is he has established a strong sense of trust. And that's absolutely critical when you're on the stage, to know that the person who's really responsible for that group sound, he's got our backs. So I think it's that combination, Jim, that makes you so incredibly successful. And like I said, we've benefited so much from that. and we will miss you so much. I know as an instrumentalist, that's how I see things, but being that I'm speaking on behalf of the singing sergeants, I thought I would share a few of their thoughts as well that they shared with me. I could have drugged them up here, but they're getting ready to sing in a bit, so I will just share them, if you will indulge me. A couple of quotes. Jim made the singers feel so confident, and he made it clear how much he believed in us and our sound. As a singer himself, he always knows exactly what to listen for, how to mix us so we sound our best, and how to talk to us so we understand what he needs from us. Jim, we are really going to miss you, and on behalf of the singing sergeants, we have a small token of our appreciation. And actually, before I do that, I brought Ashley up here with me as well because she shared a story that I thought was too cute and charming for it to come from me. I think it needs to come directly from her. So I will let her share that really quickly.
Jim, you do not know this story, so I'm glad I get to tell you. So I have had the privilege to know Sergeant DeVaughn for the past 10 years, and I was in my first rehearsal with the band, and we were going through the Armed Services medley, and it came to the Navy song, and I'm standing there singing, and then all of a sudden behind us, I hear somebody sing, "Drink to the foam," and that was the only line that I heard. And then I turned in confusion and I saw Jim returning to his post at the sound booth. So I don't know why you like that particular line, but I wanted to let you know that I was recording the rehearsal, and I have probably the recording somewhere, but it is because of Senior Master Sergeant Jim DeVaughn that I was able to memorize the Navy song, because I never forget that line, because I think of you passing behind us, just going back to the booth and, mixing as you do. But thank you for your wonderful service and always your smiling face, and you have wonderful hugs as well, always making us feel so special if we just needed a hug. So thank you for all that you have done for us.
No, I don't want that. I want to give you a hug. Silly. That just goes right on the table. Thank you, Ashley. You're welcome. I had no idea. Drinking to the foam. Oh my gosh.
So to conclude, we would like to say, let's drink to the foam and congratulate you on your retirement.
As members of the United States Air Force Band, we've spent 20 or as many as 30 years performing for and connecting with our grateful audiences. Rarely, though, do we get the opportunity to honor our colleagues by performing for them. This afternoon, in honor of Sergeant DeVaughn's countless support of the band as a whole, members of the Singing Sergeants would like to pay tribute to him on the celebration of his retirement. Under the direction of Chief Master Sergeant Taylor Armstrong, here are the members of the Singing Sergeants to perform America the Beautiful.
we have one more very special friend that we need to pay tribute to tonight. The unsung heroes of each of the band's missions is our team of audio engineers. And their exceptional skill and dedication is a huge part of what makes shows like this possible. And tonight we are bidding farewell to one of them as he will be retiring in a matter of just a few weeks. Senior Master Sergeant Jim DeVaughn joined the band in October of 2001, and he has been our magic ears for more than 400 recordings and countless live shows. He has garnered 3 Emmy Awards during his time with the band, and he's won all of our hearts with his special blend of humor, kindness, and absolute dedication to excellence. And he leaves us with 24 years and 7 months of service, and we're going to miss him greatly. We love you, Jimmy D. Ladies and gentlemen, Senior Master Sergeant Jim DeVaughn.
It's my distinct pleasure to invite our guest of honor up to the podium, Senior Master Sergeant, retired, Jim DeVaughn.
It's been crazy leading up to this, as you've heard. I'm just going to say 2 things off the bat. One, it's kinetic but also frenetic. It might be more like an F, kind of it's a little more crazy than moving in a straight line at least. And if I go off topic too far, I might need to just throw a fishing line out and be like, hey, somebody get me back where I was going. Because I don't really know. I'm just wondering. I'm not on the podium. Thank you all so much for being here. It's just really fills my bucket. It fills my heart so much to share this with colleagues, with family, with neighbors, with church family, with friends, acquaintances, professional people I've gotten to share talents with from MPT and other organizations. So many people that have shared their grace with me, because that's what's gotten me here. I've been on a crazy journey ever since probably I was born, but in all honesty, I have kind of been surrounded by freaks, if you would pardon the pun. And like in this building, I have worked with a lot of freaks, but even in college, I kind of like got to know what freaks were. And then in high school, definitely had some freaky experiences, and even late elementary, kind of, but definitely middle school. I had a really great middle school teacher. Where I'm going with this is the freaks means frequencies, not freaky people. That's my dad joke for the speech, and everything hinged on that, and it just fell flat. I'm so sorry. So frequencies, not freaks. I mean, I've definitely worked, especially at the theme park. There were, some people, and that's okay. That's great. But my whole life, my sister will tell you a story of when I was very little. We had 2 cousins over to the house. It was Christmas, and someone received the game Operation. I don't know if you're familiar with this. It's like, don't touch the sides, and the buzzer would go off and the light. Some combination of my sister and my cousins would just chase me around the house, touching the sides, making the buzzer go bam, 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 bam all the time, because of the sound. Drove me nuts, the sound. And so my father just took it apart and clipped the leads to the buzzer, and then it was just the light, and it was fine. But anyway, so, and then like also in that same period of life, like thunderstorms, fireworks, any kind of loud noise, I was terrified of it. So where do I end up? Like, that's a small version of the things I work with. The big versions are like towers that go up to the ceiling. I'm like, yeah, let's make some noise. This is great. Yeah, we need more bass. Whatever. So it's just been frequencies. You know, when I was in high school, my parents, God bless them, they gave me like a little stereo receiver and it had a 7-band equalizer. So it's like, it's not just a bass knob and a treble knob. Now I have 7 little sliders to play with. And of course, everyone starts with the smiley face because it's like a lot of bass and a lot of treble. And it sounds really cool. It's like kind of thing going on. But then, you know, you evolve and you learn flat is a little more even, a little more better. Frequencies. Frequencies go with vibrations. Kind of, we all have vibes. And then, you know, I was thinking it's like on a quantum level, we're all just like vibrating. Not quite superstring theory. Did I lose a bunch of people? I'm getting to my TJ nerd people. Yes, thank you. Here, fishing. Well, I'm kind of there. It's well, all right. That was sort of the main thing. Sorry. My bad. I really should have thought this out more, but I was gigging. Sorry. But anyway, it's just, I've been surrounded by so much positive vibes and positive frequencies and wonderful energies. People who have guided me through high school. I had an amazing choir director. I wish she had been able to make it today. I had amazing people in college teaching me more about singing and also about audio. That was very enlightening. I had a really great mentor who came here for several years from Sony Classical and really opened my mind to like how to really record like classical sounding music, and it was fantastic. And all of these people just like willingly gave themselves and their energy and their talents and their knowledge. I've been surrounded by friends and family who have given me so much grace. You have heard stories of the disaster that is my desk, about the complete failure of my time management skills, and you know, my like very, very late in life-ish diagnosis of ADD, and I'm like, oh, well, that makes sense. So there has been so much grace given to me for all of my flaws and things that I was never really great at. But the fact that people did that basically just helps me to return that to other people. It's like you're filling someone's bucket and then they can pass that on to other people. So that's really, I'm just so thankful that I've gotten to this point, that I have shared this crazy journey my whole life with my sister ever since 5th grade with this gentleman in the 4th row who is slightly nodding but still owes up to knowing me for some reason. You know, but just everyone from along the path that I've gotten to like walk and share this with, because it's really just been so great. I mean, this last tour we were on, there were some nights the band and singers were just cooking it. And I mean, if you were on stage and the lights were up, when we were in a gym, I kind of had to tone it down because usually I would get really happy back at the soundboard, almost to the point of being distracting. So it's kind of like too much. But just that energy of like, I still love when that hits, when the music happens, and we make these connections with people. And we share these frequencies and these vibrations that kind of come together in this amazing synthesis of like what we all love and what we all do so very well, you know, and what we share with others around us. And that's just been so amazing for me. Like what was also said, I have no idea what is coming next. I'm going to take the summer off, maybe substitute teach, see what happens. Have to get one to college. Go Pitt. All right, Pitt. Yeah, any Pitt fans? All right. So doing that. In the more immediate future, we have to get to some food and yummies across the way here because it's really good. There's also chocolate salad. I have to explain that's like a tech support delicacy. Sounds a little weird, but we're like, yeah, let's just dump all the candy in a bowl and it's chocolate salad. And you just pick what you want. It's like very, very accommodating. So, sorry, I need to go back. One last shout out. I also want to thank, we have some LRS friends and also some Honor Guard friends who have made it. And I'm very happy because they are a huge part of what we do on a daily basis. So I really want to thank Josh and Melissa for coming. Yay. So, yay. But yeah, and again, it's like, okay, yeah, people from LRS and the Honor Guard are coming to hang out too, because they're all a part of it. I especially want to thank Jay and Katie for all of the dynamic and all the words, because I really had zero to do with the script, and that's probably a good thing. I want to thank Chief Hoffman and everybody. I want to thank Pedro and Wolf and Anthony for the sound, for the lights. Thank you, Chad. They are very shiny. I appreciate that. Love the colors, very saturated. I want to thank the singers for sharing your music with us. I could listen to you guys sing, especially the third verse. There's that one twist, I think on Flaw. Just whatever chord that is, just tickles my brain every time, and I love it. Frequency, vibes, happy. I also want to thank Chadash for providing the piano music. Yes, and I want to thank everyone who kind of like hopped in at the last minute to pull this off, because we had a little family craziness this morning, but you know, it just happens. So I'm very thankful Anne made it here, and you stopped being dizzy. Thank you, children, family. I love you guys. I love you. Friends, I love you all for coming. Family, colleagues. This has been amazing. My heart is over full, so over full. Terrence, you don't get to say anything. You're just hanging out, and that's a good thing. Anyway, thank you. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude to everyone. I really can't express it more than that, but my heart is so full, and I'm gonna miss this so very much. But thankfully, Anne's got like at least 10 more years of teaching in Fairfax County, so we're not moving, and I'll be around. I may not be pushing boxes. I could wrap a cable or two if need be, maybe. What? Scratch that. I am not wrapping another cable ever, apparently, even if they're small. But I am unallowed. Whatever. I cannot think. Anyway, quick, I need to throw a line to one of you to come take the mic away from me, because I don't know when to be quiet for being a sound guy. I'm always like, hey, we need quiet in the studio. No, it's okay, really. But, yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I cannot express it enough. I love you all.
Should we wrap this up so we can get to the reception? The men and women of the United States Air Force are proud to have served with Senior Master Sergeant Jim DeVaughn. We wish him and his family every success in their future endeavors. At the conclusion of today's ceremony, you're invited to join Senior Master Sergeant Retired DeVaughn and his family for a delicious celebration. Food and beverages are available across the hall through this door. Feel free to fill your plate and return here to party with Jim. Please rise for the singing of the Air Force song with a short introduction by Master Sergeant Chadash Dunmazur, followed by the conclusion of today's ceremony.
Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. Here they come, zooming to meet our thunder. Adam, go, give him the gun, give him the gun! Down we dive, spouting our flames from under. Off with one hell of a roar. We live in fame, we'll go down in flames. Hey, nothing will stop the U.S. Air Force.
This concludes today's ceremony. Thank you very much, and have a fantastic Jim DeVaughn, Air Force Day.